वंदे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं भक्तबिन्दसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वन्दे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमयुक्तं बिन्दावनं मनोहरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिपदे देवी सत्यवत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्तो गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमोदाक्ष जगोदर ध्येयं सदा परिभवग्नमविष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरञ्चन तं शरण्यं भीतात्तिहं पुनतपाल्भवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दं यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमणिच्छटाय विस्फुरिजित किमपि गबोधु स्वदर्श पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्ति चाराधिकामयि कदा करोषि। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 अजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातु संकीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षो विश्वाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गङ्गातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषी त्वभानुभागं नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं परानुसिपुरपति भजवीशनाथं। वागीशजुष्व वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदय संवित् त्वं निष्कमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 एवं जनम निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनूयः प्रपतनो प्रसंज्ञा कृत्वात्मसात् सुरर्षिण भगवान् गृहीतः सो अहं कथं न विसृज्य तव भित्वसेवाम् एवं जनम निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकामम् अनुयः प्रपतनो प्रसंज्ञा कृत्वात्मसात् सुरर्षिण भगवान् गृहीतः सो अहं कथं न विसृज्य तव भित्वसेवाम्। गौड़ीय गोष्ठीपति
श्री शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद Paramahansa Jagadguru told Srila Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur that he is giving us a great carefulness and cautious. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji speaking with a very cautious mood in front of all of us. That Gaudiya Goshtipati, Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahansa Jagadguru told that Srila Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur is making us cautious and just giving us kripa and giving us very cautious attention and giving us on very attention mood. How he is giving us attention? He is making us attentive on this point. It means that Gaurang Mahaprabhu, who are actually averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu, those who are actually averse to Mahaprabhu, that you just need to throw it away. I will be not having any connection with that at all. No connection. Srila Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking that Gaur Vimukh, those who are averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu, that externally whatever they can thinking that they are our own persons, you just need to leave them at 100%. Srila Prabhupada used to speak that those who are all averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada speaking that those who are, maybe he is very close to us externally, you just need to throw them away. You just need to throw them away and don't need to associate with them at all. Why? Because all these kind of so-called people or devotees, they are just like a mosquito, that they are just sucking the blood of all the pure Guru Vaishnavas. The Prabhupada, what is the actual language of Prabhupada? What he is trying to speak?
Vitals or vitamins of your body.
That whatever kind of useful that nutrition, all we are getting it from vitamins, and if some germ is there inside our body, then all vitamins will get destroyed. No minerals and vitamins will remain in our body. And Prabhupada speaking that whatever they are actually close to us, they are all actually just sucking our all vitals inside our body. They are all sucking our vitals, that's it. All the vitals of the bhajan, they are vitamins, all they are actually sucking it, that's it. That they will just to make you naked and just making you one beggar of will be beggar of the street. So that's why all the time you just need to stay away from these kind of people, and you need to stay away from all these people, and you need to stay very cautious and careful from all these so-called devotees. In Bhagavad Mahapuran also it is written that Sajana Khadakho means that all wife, husband, relatives and son, children, all mother, father, that your own son, everyone, whosoever he is or she is, that if they are against Gaurang Mahaprabhu teachings and they are against the teachings of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, then you just need to leave them. That in Bhagavad Mahapuran also it is written. In Bhagavad Mahapuran also it is already written. Sajana Khadakshu.
You can treat them as your near and dear one, but they are lutera.
They are number one cheater. They are looting you. They are like dacoits.
Everything from you and throw you. संत महात्मा को कैसे
that
पहचाना जाए,
pure Guru Vaishnava, how you can identify them?
सबसे बड़ा
Nowadays it's a big question.
सबसे बड़ा समस्या है,
It is a very big problem and concern
ये कैसे
that
समझाएं,
how you
कैसे समझें?
that how you can understand this. Everything is one and the same cloth, they are taking red cloth and they are having tilak mala, everything is there in their hand. How you can understand them that he is a pure Vaishnava? Prabhupada is speaking very nice Siddhant regarding this, that whole material world, that they are going on to the opposite pathway. If you can speak that, they will just become angry in that. If you speak the absolute truth, they will become angry. They are going on the opposite way. What to do? Purely they are going on the opposite way. What you can do in that? Totally opposite. What to do? Prabhupada is speaking that how we can understand this point, that they are actually averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu because it looks all the same externally. That red cloth, their white clothes, they are actually taking and having nice tulsi mala and they are just wandering around here and there. How you can understand that they are actually averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu? That what is the actual point that you can understand they are actually averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu? Prabhupada is speaking very nicely that in lot of sampradayas, different sampradaya acharyas are speaking. Ramanacharya is speaking a bit, but Prabhupada what he is speaking, that it's absolute, it's more clear. He's just destroying completely every Siddhanta and speaking the absolute truth in front of us more clearly. Prabhupada is speaking very nicely that how we can understand they are actually Gaur Vimukh. Prabhupada ji, the Prabhupada is actually just teaching us this point, that you see one thing very carefully, you just need to see that this all those who are averse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu, that they are all averse to pure Guru Vaishnava. That is also very difficult to understand, that they are also doing Dandvat, everything they are doing, all activities they are doing externally. Yes, still it is very difficult. External vichar, if you can see that who is pure Guru Vaishnava, who is against pure Guru Vaishnava, that is very difficult to understand this point. That is very, very difficult to understand, that I know that. But that very carefully you just need to see with those transcendental eyes, by Guru Kripa only, with full attention, you just need to see that pure Guru Vaishnava, that Vichar, Siddhanta, Acharan, Antikesi, that he is not at all taking in his own life. And externally, yes, he is actually having that external vesh, and externally he is actually doing all the things. Externally he has everything. Everything is going on externally. Externally no dosh is there at all. That pure Guru Vaishnava, Bhagwan, Dham, Parikrama, you can also, he is taking everyone to Parikrama also. Everything is going. And when he is doing Harinam, Bhagwan knows. So you just need to think of this point very carefully. That one devotee of Assam, that in Vrindavan Math he used to stay at that time, that he used to love me a lot. And who is the disciple, I don't want to speak that who is his disciple, who is the guru of that disciple, but that our guru work, that he is actually making one acharya, one of our guru work, that about him lot of contradiction is going on regarding his acharyaship. My Gurudev also questioned him, why he is actually made acharya. So whatever be the case, we can't do anything in that. But one disciple of Assam, he is speaking to me. When his Gurudev just went away from this material world, that in Vrindavan Math he used to stay, and at that time he used to speak a lot of times with me. And one time he is actually speaking to me, and he's speaking in a very sorry way, and he's becoming very sorry and speaking that my luck is so bad, that so much bad is my luck, that I have got this kind of guru. Just giving them, we haven't seen them then when they are doing Harinam and doing Mala. I don't know whether Bhagwan knows when they are doing Mala and Harinam. They are just doing all material talkings with the material persons. That's it. Just like a material person, they have that bhava, material bhava inside them. So lot of stories were there. It is not at all required to just speak here at present. So they understand that in Bhagavad Parampara they used to hear a lot of Harikatha. That in Vrindavan Math also a lot of Harikatha, that he used to respect me a lot, and lot of Harikatha he has heard from me, and he used to hear Harikatha from me in Vrindavan Math. And after that, one foreigner lady, he has married that, and he just destroyed his life, and I don't want to speak anymore, because before he was actually good, but what to do now? Prabhupada used to speak. The Prabhupada used to speak that how you can understand that he's a verse to Gaurang Mahaprabhu. That you can see that he is actually, I'm speaking about the devotees, that how you can understand that he's a verse to Gaurang. That he has no interest in the Harikatha of Gurudev, and Harinam is also not up to that point. And nothing is there in his life. Only he is actually collecting money and position. So whatever be the case now, that in order to understand that who is averse to Gaurang, you just need to be very careful that he is speaking all Siddhanta Virod. That whatever he is speaking, that his talkings, it is all material in nature. You be sure about that whatever he is speaking, that it is all material in nature. No power is there. It's very, very light. It is just very cheap talkings comparable to this material talkings of this material world. And not like this, but also just be careful that externally his behavior is very sweet externally, because this is the only missile he has, just to throw it towards the person, only and only weapon, just to speak sweet words. Very sweet words he is having, like this, with laughing mood he is speaking. So that is the actual, just like a sweet knife he just used to cut people, that is his actual motive and actual weapon. But be sure whatever he is speaking, and his Siddhant Vichar, and even his writing also, and his Acharan etiquette is totally material in nature. It's totally material. And pure Guru Vaishnav, that he is not at all loving them. Externally he is giving Dandavat, everything he is doing externally, but internally he don't have any attraction for pure Guru Vaishnav. That he is thinking that if pure Guru Vaishnav going away, and he is getting topmost Anand, and he is going here, there, and just a worse situation he is doing that, so that he should go away, so that in the mutt, that Harikatha Kirtan should not go in the mutt, and library, that discussion should not go on, because it is very important to discuss. Why? Because he is thinking now that the person will become topmost Jnani by all this. So that pure Harinam also, that is very difficult for them, because slowly, steadily, that his other Acharan etiquette, by seeing that you can understand very easily, that externally you can't understand, that externally you will see that he is very nice, that one person, that lot of times I have already given him instruction, that be careful about him. Arey Maharaj, what, he is a big Vaishnav, he can't be like that, he is speaking. He is not like that. That in Braj Bhumi, Braj Dham, one place, that center of the mud, he used to stay there, and before he was doing service in Punjab government. And I told him very carefully, he used to love me a lot, and I just carefully told, no Maharaj, he is not like that, he is speaking to me, he is very big Vaishnav. I am speaking, and I am speaking very astonished and surprised that he is so much fearful and so much cheater, number one, fraudster, number one, he is, that he is not at all understanding. Why? Because he is actually speaking sweet words, sweet knife he is having, by speaking sweet words to them, that's it. That Prabhupada speaking like this, that you very carefully, you just need to see, just by that his writings, that his talkings, that his vichar, his acharan, just by seeing that carefully, only you can understand that, like, that they're in the card, card playing, their playing cards are there, no? In that one, A, 5, 4, all these cards are there, numbering, that Q, K, just by this, combining all this, you will win. So up till that you will go on to the opposite pathway, up till this all playing cards, you will not combine in a sequence. just when you are by pure Guru Vaishnav, that rectification will be done. Your sensitivity becomes so much deep, so much high it will be. Then you can understand very easily that really, yes, he is number one cheater. Up till so much time he is cheating me, and just by hearing Harikatha, actual Harikatha, that I can understand now that he is a fraudster. And now that from Vaikuntha Jagat, that all those who are taking the Vani Swarup of the Vaikuntha Jagat, that those who are taking the support of the Vani Swarup of Vaikuntha Jagat, and they are just giving it to me, and this message what they have taken in front of me, just be careful what I am speaking. That someone actually questioning to Prabhupada that how we can understand that this is the actual message of Vaikuntha Vani, and some sadhu has taken that message from the Vaikuntha. How we can understand the authenticity regarding that? Prabhupada speaking this very nicely, that Prabhupada, that Vaikuntha Jagat's postman, what is the actual authenticity to understand his identity, and the message what he has taken, that whether it is authentic, how we can understand that? How we can understand that, you tell me? Prabhupada speaking that if inside our heart, that appeal or prayer, if from inside our heart that appeal or prayer is correct, that it is in line with Guru Parampara, that is Nishkapat Bhav, you are actually just praying onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan, that by that I am myself is an example, that all the time I have just in Gaudiya Math, I have just prayed in Radha Kund, at the bank of Radha Kund, there one temple was there, Gaudiya Math opposite, there was one temple, that Nav Vrindavan, there is one temple in Radha Kund, very old temple it is. So I used to pray there, each and every, I used to give mala and tulsi and everything I used to pray. In Vrindavan also, one sadhu is there in Vrindavan, he also, that he is not at all taking the red cloth. At that time also, he also at the lotus feet of Big Dauji in Baldau, he just speaking, oh mercy, that I am going on to the pathway, wrong pathway, you just give me the right pathway. He himself speaking a lot of times to me that Maharaj, I used to go on to the lotus feet of Baldauji and I used to speak that Baldauji, all the time I used to pray him, that Baldau, just give me the right direction so that I should not get into this cheating and fraudster. And after that, he got the actual thing of the actual Harikatha, and now also he is doing a lot of seva. That from Anuvad, lot of seva he is doing. He is doing a lot of seva. That is, you don't have this much kind of strength that you can do seva. So, that Prabhupada used to speak, that if there is no contamination in our prayers, that is Niskapat, then that Bhagwan is omnipresent, omniscient, Bhagwan knows everything. That Bhagwan, that in the form of Paramatma, he is there inside our heart. And in the form of pure Guru Vaishnava also he is there. That about that you go there, you go here, like this Bhagwan, then only you can get that actual direction. You should know that inside the heart of, and inside the heart in the form of Paramatma, and outside as Guru Vaishnav, and in the form of Shastras, Granths and Dham, Nam, Parikar, so much things, that so much Bhagwan used to, Prahladaji Maharaj used to give us the benefit, that you want to give us the topmost benefit, but still our luck is very bad. I don't have this kind of luck that I can grasp that. Prabhupada speaking that with if Nishkapat Roop Swarup, that Swarup Bhagwan onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan, just by praying that by the kripa of Bhagwan, everything you can understand very easily you can understand everything by the mercy of Bhagwan. If some student is there, disciple is there, that then the kripa of topmost intelligent person, then only he can understand that who is a pure intelligent person, actual intelligent person. That if inside our heart, that Bhagwan, if it is there, that is Paramatma, then only he can guide us. Definitely he will guide us on the right track. That apart from that, we have just getting support on them. Nobody has taken me to my Gurudev. You just believe me. Nobody has taken me to my Gurudev. I am just like mad. I just wandering around here and there to find my Gurudev. Nobody speaking that you go there. Automatically I came to my Gurudev. That on Bhagwan, to depend on Bhagwan, definitely everything will be done. Everything you can see very easily. No, whatever kind of object, in order to get Gyan, in order to get Karma, there is one kind of specification on pathway you just need to follow. One is that in this material world, that experience of this material world should be there. That whatever kind of material experiences, that avigyata, everything, you just need to understand. There is one point to understand that. And the other thing is that in this material world, that this experience of this material world is all useless. That the experience of this material world is all useless, nothing it is. That this experience and the Gyan of this material world, that only you can get material intelligence only, but the actual transcendental intelligence you won't get like that at all. That we just need to see very nicely, that same way that actual Mahapurush is.
If I seek the path leading to that ultimate good, then I must ignore the countless voices of popular wisdom and listen only to that of the realized soul.
Prabhupada used to speak this point very often. That in this material world, whatever experience we are actually having, that by that only this material things only you can understand by that experience. But in order to understand the transcendental absolute truth, in order to understand that you just need to take the shelter onto the lotus feet of pure Guru Vaishnava. 100% Sharnagati you just need to take onto the lotus feet of pure Guru Vaishnava. Then only you can understand. Some person, I will not speak his name, lot of days back, that 5 to 7 years back, that he has just requested me that Maharaj, that one center name, that in Midnapur, that I will not speak the name of the place also, that one Kathi, whatever be the case, I don't want to speak it. I don't want to speak about anyone, but this is actually Siddhant. There is no dosh in that by speaking actual Siddhant. So one person actually giving me one question, and he is the actual adhikari of that mutt, and I won't speak other thing apart from that. He is speaking that Maharaj, that the name of that mutt is Chaitanya Research, etc. Whatever he has done, I am actually just not remembering the point what it is. So immediately I am speaking that beta, that you have done wrong. Why? That Bhagwan, that Tattva, Bhagwan, devotees, they are not at all a point of research at all. They are all self-effulgent in nature. They are self-effulgent in nature. That those who are self-effulgent objects, those who are self-effulgent in nature, that who can give them manifestation, you tell me. Now you, that Chaitanya Goveshana Kendra, etc., you can't give that. Why? Because that Goveshana means that material research. That how you can, that if you have done Vyakran, you haven't done Vyakran. In the childhood, you definitely must have heard about Vyakran. In Sanskrit, in Vyakran it is written, Goveshana means that Gau Yukta Eshana, means that Gau Yukta Eshana, that is called Goveshana. Gau means that your sense organs, that your sense organs, by taking the support of your sense organs, that knowledge what you are gaining, material knowledge, that what it has come to you, by your the capacity of your senses, it is totally wrong. It is all material. It is not of the transcendental world. So Goveshana means that Go Yukta Eshana means that your sense organs, etc., that material vichar and material intelligence, on the basis of that some ultimate conclusion to draw, that is called Goveshana. That Bhagwan is not at all of the point of Goveshana at all, is not at all a point of research. Bhagwan is not at all an object of research. That's why Bhagwan in the Chatushloki Bhagavatam is speaking completely. That I am actually giving you that the topmost Gyan, that whatever related to me, you just take it, accept it by my kripa. And after that it is written that just what by the kripa of me, only that you can get that absolute Gyan, that Divya Gyan you can accept. Without my kripa, it is not at all possible to accept that absolute truth. There is only one pathway open, only one pathway. That is only Sharanagati, onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan, and just praying to him that if you want, then inside me all that absolute Gyan can come, truth, about that absolute truth, everything can come. So you do kripa on me, do mercy on me. So that's why Goveshana, this word, just to use that, this is totally wrong. In place of this is all material words. You can't use it to know about that absolute transcendental truth. Shri Chaitanya Shiksha Mandir, still it is okay. That is okay. Shri Chaitanya Shiksha Mandir, or you can speak Shri Gauranga Tattva Vigyan Mandir. That is all good. It's right to speak. Other to speak Goveshana, that is not at all good at all. It is totally opposite. So in this material world, that if some object, in order to get that some kind of knowledge, to gain that, there is two pathways. That is, first is your own experience, material experience, and second is that this material world, that avigyata, that experience is all useless. Then under the guidance of some Mahajan, that with full Sharanagati, that by giving Atma Samarpana to lotus feet of that topmost Mahajan, slowly, steadily, by doing seva, with the seva mood, that you can get that Shruti Mula Gyan, that by hearing that from them you can get the topmost knowledge. Otherwise there is no pathway open apart from that. You just need to hear that absolute truth from the mouth of a realized soul. Each and every upadhi and position, that when you are actually positionless and you are thinking that you are nothing, then only pure bhakti can enter inside your heart. About this, Kapilji Maharaj speaking to her mother Devahuti about this point very nicely. This is the only pathway open, that the topmost pure Ganga water, that in the Ganga Sagar all the time, this stream of Ganga is going on continuously. It is going towards that Ganga Sagar. In the same way, that my own qualities, that my own about my Leela and my characteristics, just by hearing about my qualities and characteristics and Leela, whatever is there inside the heart of each and every person, that who is that kind of attraction towards me all the time, that uninterrupted he can get that that remembrance he can get onto my lotus feet. That kind of pure bhakti and nirgun bhakti that can enter. And more carefully you hear. About this I will be speaking definitely tomorrow a bit, and I am promised you one thing, that this Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, that this Manah shiksha, that 7th number shloka, in this shloka, that from lot of days I am actually discussing it, the 7th number shloka. About this I have already told. Pratishtha means that your own respect, position, that is the topmost difference and embodiment in the way of that absolute knowledge. And second is that if several anarths, if it is gone from your life, that you understand that okay, that anarths are, that all several anarths what was there, it is all destroyed, but still that kind of pratishtha, to get position, that is not at all easy to get away. Even Kamini Kanchani has left, that nothing, Kamini Kanchani is not at all pointing them in their life, everything is left, but this pratishtha, it is not at all going. That is a rare thing, to just get left off pratishtha, to get position, name, fame. Why? This pratisthasha, that kind of wish of getting pratishtha, that different kind of kapat bhav, it is one kind of swarup, it is a father or the source of all kapat bhav. Whatever kind of kapat bhav in this material world you can see, all kind of infighting you can see in this material world, there is only one point, that is called pratishtha. They all are actually just fighting because of pratishtha with each other. And whatever kind of several anarths, after it is getting away, it is still not going away, this pratishtha. Why? Because this pratishtha, that all, this is the actual foundation of the several anarths what is there. And this sapacharani, it is actually compared with that prostitute who is eating dog flesh, because whatever kind of the person, he is actually one, is shameless, he is not at all accepting his own faults, he is nirlaj, he is shameless, his life is actually useless, of no use at all, and his own name, fame, position, it is actually just comparable with all the time is actually compared with the prostitute who is taking dog flesh. That is why it is speaking as Sapacharamani. I have already told, by the kripa of Bhagwan, I have already done this kind of description, I have already given it to you. And after that I have speaking Nirapeksha. Parinishta, Sanishta, after that Nirapekha, everything I have described it in details with you, to you already previously. Sanishtagan, Dharmik, Nishpap, thus by the introduction of them, that pratisthasha, just all the people are actually giving me position, name, fame, he is actually sadhu, Vaishnav. So Sanishtagan, all those Sanishtagan, all those who are Sanishta, they are thinking that they are actually the flag holders of Dharma, and by that identity of that Dharma, Swarup they want to collect Pratishtha, and they want to speak that I am a Krishna devotee, big devotee, I am of Krishna. I've already understood everything in life. I am anasakt, this kind of position, identity, he is actually guarding himself by that. And he wants that his name should be getting spread all over the world. And I am Nishkinchan, I am anasakt. Like this, my name should be getting spread all over the world. This he wants to get identified everywhere. So all these things, all these points, this is not the actual identity at all. Why? Because this kind of vasana, in order to get position and name, fame, this is there inside his heart. And all those nirapeksha person that I am Nirmal Vairagi, I know the actual vichar of Shastra, know the complete cream of all the Shastras. I know that I am actually Siddh in Bhakti Tattva. That is actually called that Pratishtha Annation. Those who are wandering for Pratishtha. That I have also heard from Damodar Maharajji, Srila Damodar Maharaj in Krishna Managar. There is one mutt of Param Pujya Madhav Goswami Maharaj has already done that Pratishtha of that mutt, and Gurudev also has done the Pratishtha of that Vigrah of that mutt. Srila Damodar Maharajji, a lot of days back, it's not like when he was actually in his Leela, and he used to love me a lot in Vrindavan. He is the actual disciple of Param Pujya Madhav Goswami Maharaj, that all the old devotees, they know about him very well. Srila Damodar Maharaj is speaking to me one day that there is one Baba used to stay here, very nice, very simple clothes he used to wear. He used to do Harinam, everything he used to do. One time he is actually speaking to me, Maharajji actually speaking to me, that one Baba, he used to stay here in our mutt, and one time he actually prayed to Maharaj that Maharajji, that the wall which is outside the temple, that you just post one poster on that. He actually speaking to Srila Damodar Maharaj that you do one thing, that outside the wall of the temple you just post one poster, you stick one poster, that one Baba is actually staying here and he is doing 3 lakh Harinam. And Damodar Maharaj speaking, what happened? That he is actually doing 3 lakh Harinam. Why to give this advertisement? So why to give this advertisement? Nowadays actually is a yuga of advertisement. Without ad, no one wants to purchase a good item, whether he is a fraudster or a cheater. He has done a lot of seva of Gurudev, you see. He is actually just looting and cheating Gurudev. He is not at all doing seva. You are foolish, number one. That's why you don't know the actual truth. Whatever the vichar is there, it won't come in your mind at all. He is not at all done any seva. He is actually looting and cheating Gurudev, and now still he is actually cheating and looting. That in the heart of the disciple there is no kind of kamana and vasana inside him, that my Gurudev has done this, so I also want this, like this. It is not at all there in the heart of an actual disciple. So Damodar was speaking, you are doing 3 lakh Harinam, that's very good. So why to give this advertisement outside? Why to advertise that? What you will do by that? So this is the actual thing what to do. And another one devotee was there. He used to collect money in the bank very quietly in a hidden way, and lot of money he has collected. I won't speak his name. Lot of cases are there of Param Pujya Madhav Goswami Maharaj used to speak. They don't have any faith onto lotus feet of Bhagwan. They don't have any faith onto lotus feet of Bhagwan. That topmost faith they don't have. That in the letters also of Srila Madhav Goswami Maharaj, he used to write that you see that we haven't started any bhajan yet. Actual bhajan we haven't started up till now. But still Bhagwan giving everything, eating, sleeping, drinking, everything is giving. And if we will do actual bhajan, then what Bhagwan can't give to us? You make this kind of mind set up, that if you are doing the actual thing, actual bhajan, that what Bhagwan can't give to you, Bhagwan can give everything to you. what he will, won't give everything he will, but that faith should be there. But you don't have any faith, so what to do? That you are actually collecting, you have faith on that collection of money which is there in the bank, but still it is good. Why? Because you are actually they don't have any faith in Bhagwan. They are actually having faith in the bank money. So this is their actual vichar, what to do. So this seva, that is one kind of, this is not at all advertisement, an object of advertisement at all. Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur also speaking very nicely. Gyan, Vairagya, Yoga, etc. Whatever all types of dharma, those who are going on that, they all actually are running towards pratishtha. Karma yoga, Gyan yoga, Dhyan yoga, Raj yoga, whatever is there, different kind of Gyan Vairagya, whatever kind of different types and specification, they are all in the name of dharma. They are actually taking the burden of pratishtha on their head, on their back, that's it, as well as on their head as well. And Srila Thakur speaking, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, that you see that externally, if we, whatever kind of self-improvement we can show externally, that in order to, whatever kind of efforts we are putting to increase our consciousness, and whatever kind of support we are making to become a very dharmic person, and whatever kind of Sanatan Dharma we are actually making efforts to follow that, and whatever kind of discussion of different Gyan we are actually discussing, in that case, more and more pratisthasha, to get pratishtha, that will go on increasing inside our heart, and it will just make our heart more contaminated and weak, and it will just make our actual identification contaminated with materialism and Maya, and will make us Mayavadi. Nowadays, the actual this society actually of this present Manvantar is totally changed. If you will speak the absolute truth, that everyone will just going to fight with you. Tulsidas is speaking this. Just by knowing everything also, but in a moderate way, you just need to speak. By knowing everything also, in order, if you have this kind of thing to just save everyone, then you need to speak in a very moderate and very fine way. That pratisthasha, that will just contaminate our heart, and it will just make our heart contaminated. And just by making lot of efforts also, still, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mad, Matsarya, that in order to just curtail that by so much doing lot of tapasya, by just controlling your sense organ, but still after doing all this stuff, that inside your heart, that in a very fine form, that pratisthasha is definitely in the form of smell, definitely it is going on increasing day by day inside your heart. That by getting that Ashtanga Yoga shiksha also, that in the form of yogi, he wants to become a very famous yogi by the help of Ashtanga Yoga. If someone actually is speaking that our yoga shiksha, if someone actually speaking that our yoga shiksha is only and only one kind of clever mood, just like a jackal, and at that point it is actually becoming angry. So much big thing it is. In the Bangla Harikatha also I am actually speaking the same point regarding this. At the time of Janmashtami, next day of Janmashtami, that Nanda Mahotsav is there. That very old days back, it is Gaudiya Bagh Bazaar Gaudiya Mission. It was not at all still established. Before that, I am actually speaking at Ulta Danga Junction. That one Ulta Danga Junction, at that place, this one at rented room, one Gaudiya Math was there, and at that time Mahaprasad was actually distributed, and one Grest devotee who was actually before he was there in the Math, and after that he went in the attraction of Maya, that he is also taking Mahaprasad, and one pure devotee speaking to him, and in order to save him, he is speaking straight away, not at all any complication. He is speaking in a very straight way to him, and he become very much angry with that person, with that sadhu, and he is making it in a very complicated stage, that he is just distributing prasadam to him, and one devotee actually is seeing by standing that and he actually done the marriage by just going from the Math, and that devotee, that merciful devotee, speaking that Prabhu, he is speaking his name and speaking, Prabhu, whether you are taking Pitha Malpua or whether Malpua Pitha is taking you, eating you. Are you are speaking a big thing. I am not at all eating Malpua. This in my whole life, I won't eat it at all. He is speaking. And this all angry mood, he just went away from there. That he is becoming very shameful, that he should be becoming very helpful to that sadhu, at least that Malpua Pitha, that it should not become one kind of bondage for me. Malpua, if you are taking it with Mahaprasad, Buddhi, then nothing will happen. But if you are not at all taking that with Mahaprasad, then Malpua Peda will just engulf you. So a lot of vichar in that Brahma Tattva, that all kind of efforts you need to make, that if someone is speaking that this process definitely is totally useless, then this whole process is useless, because in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan speaking the same, is speaking clearly about this in Gita. Regarding this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan speaking clearly that all discussing all the Shastra, that I want to just get submerged into that Brahma Tattva. I am making this kind of efforts all the time. If someone actually speaking that Maharaj is totally useless, it's useless, and he will become angry, so much angry that whole infighting will take place. So a lot of opposite things will happen. What to do? Why? Because in Gita, Bhagavan is speaking directly. That you see, Bhagavan, that avyakta swarup of Bhagavan, just by doing the aradhana is very much difficult of the nirvishesh swarup of Bhagavan. Bhagavan himself speaking in Gita directly. What he is speaking? Bhagavan, that avakta swarup or nirvishesh swarup of Bhagavan, to just worship that is very, very difficult. To get a success in that is very, very difficult, next to impossible. But he is not at all understanding this point. He don't want to understand it. What to do? That he, in order to just insult us, that those who are actually insulting us, oppositely he is actually insulting me. That Bhagavan himself speaking directly, that openly he is speaking. In Bhagavad Ji Mahapuran, Uddhav Ji Maharaj, Bhagavan speaking. Bhagavan himself speaking this point to Uddhav directly. Uddhav, that in front of you, I am not at all speaking a very topmost thing and not at all spreading this point. And if I am speaking in something angry mood, that you just need to digest it. That no reaction you should, you need to show them at all. Okay, let them speak whatever they want to speak, but you don't show any kind of reaction to them. That opposite of someone is speaking rubbish to you, but still from your side no reaction should be there at all. Why? Because you are Vaishnav.
বৃক্ষ যেন কাটিল কিছু না বলয়, শুকাইয়া মইলে কারে পানি না মাঙ্গয়, যেই যা মাঙ্গে তারে দেয় আপন ধন, ধর্ম বৃষ্টি সহে আনের করে রক্ষা।
And Karamkandi persons, if some is there, in order to give them the understanding that why you are giving, you just sit and you just hear Harikatha Kirtan, and he will become so much angry by that. Why you are doing so much of efforts, useless efforts? It means that for a pratishtha only everything is going on. Whatever kind of mat mandir in the material world, in the sports ground, whatever is there, whether in the political field, also in the educational field, everywhere you can go, you can see only one thing. Just for pratishtha they are fighting, that's it. Position and name and fame, that's it. It means that apart from pratishtha, I don't want to understand anything. And Raghunath Das Goswami Pad also speaking directly in Manah shiksha, that pratishtha this is actually compared with the prostitute of a dog flesh who is eating dog flesh. Or how you can get Shuddha Bhakti inside your heart? It is impossible to get that Shuddha Bhakti. That about that, Raghunath Das Goswami Pad actually writing. Why? Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is already written. That Krishna Bhakta is Nishkam, and whatever everyone is having jealousy inside their heart, whatever he is speaking opposite, and some person that he is speaking that Maharaj, inside us there is no jealousy. Who is speaking that? Definitely in a hidden form that jealousy is there. Definitely jealousy is there inside your heart. Whether in the form of Acharya, whosoever he is, everyone is actually it depends everything upon one main factor. It depends that in their life no pratishtha is there for them. Everything what he is doing is all for the satisfaction of Bhagwan and Guru Vaishnav. Then for him no pratishtha can touch at all. That inside the heart of pure Guru Vaishnav, that Pratifulan, that the actual Haladini Shakti can get manifested, and this Haladini Shakti in very fine form, that inside the heart of pure Guru Vaishnav it can transfer into the heart of other. In that there actually that kind of contamination of heart won't come at all. That it will just get completely destroyed, and that prem bhav will get automatically manifested inside the heart of that disciple or person.
Krishna Bhaktir Janmamul hoy sadhu sangha. Agasi Gandharva Bhajana Vidai Prerayati Mam Tatha Goshte Paka Giridhara Miho Tvam Bhajamano Atadvaina Asray Karke.
That just by taking shelter of the Anya, if you want this, that by taking the shelter of the Anya, that you have to do the bhajan of Bhagwan. And after that, in the third number, that Ujjwala Prem, that which shloka I am already talking about, that of that Giridhari Lal. What does it mean? Ujjwala Vaso means? Ujjwala Vaso means that Ujjwal Prem Rasa, that Unnat Ujjwal Prem Rasa. Unnat Ujjwal, that in Kartik Vrat we are speaking Urja Vrat, that Damodar Vrat, Urja Vrat, Kartik Vrat, lot of names are there. Urja Vrat means that Ujeshwari Radharani's name onto her name, that Urja Vrat is being titled. That's why the name is Ujeshwari Radharani. The actual point is that Unnat Ujjwal Premamrita means that Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, that this kripa, that of Manah shiksha, by taking the actual point of Shri Manah shiksha, that Rupanuga Raganuga Bhajan is an open term. It's just one kind of exhibition on the name of Shri Manah shiksha, that Raghunath Das Goswami is giving us one lesson in the name of Shri Manah shiksha in front of us. That Ujjwal Shringar Ras and Madhur Ras, that Rasamrit Sindhu in that Rup Goswami Pad already writing this point, that about rasa, that already being told, that I have a lot of times told about that rasa. But this rasa is not this rasa what you are thinking. This Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, that any rasa it can be. That is one open term. But what Raghunath Das Goswami was speaking here, that Ujjwal Premamrita, that Govinda, that only Krishna can give that rasa. That about this point, that on this point, we just need to make focus on this point very clearly. It means that Unnat Ujjwal Premamrita, Krishna can give us very easily. By this point, Raghunath Das Goswami Pad speaking that Ujjwal Shringar Ras means Madhur Ras, that is called Shringar Ras, and Srila Rup Goswami Pad very beautifully writing this point.
Babadri Shaddatvam Madhurarati Nita Bhaktirasaha Prapto Madhuraksha Manishihi.
It means that actual major rasa inside that first, that in very fine form, which is indicated here, already being indicated in very fine form, that is Bhakti Rasa, that Madhur Ras, that Parikiya Ras. About this, it's being indicated in very fine form. Raghunath Das Rup Goswami wants to indicate this Madhuradi, that this bhav, by this bhav, that kind of rasa I have already told you at that point. By that it is just becoming one kind of tasteful rasa for us. We can taste that. So all these all these Rishi Munis, Rishigans, that in this context what I want to speak, that Rishigan, they are actually speaking that as Madhura Rati, this rasa. They are terming this rasa as Madhura Rati, that Sakya, Vatsalya, and they are having Sthai Bhav, that Bhav, Anubhav, Satvik, Vyabhichari Bhav, all kind of ingredients are there in that when all together they are actually making one rasa, that all the time it becoming one Vishay only at one time. Madhuras is also the same like that. Krishna and Krishna Vallabha, they can taste that. Krishna Vallabha, that whatever kind of qualities that Krishna Vallabha etc., that time by time, that inside Krishna, that Satvik Bhav etc., what we can see, that 33 kinds of Vyabhichari Bhav, that Vyabhichari Bhav is that which will come and go. All actually is going, it is just making one ocean of rasa, and it is becoming that is more and more deeper and more sweeter. Like you can see on the day of Purnima, in the ocean you can see there is one high tide and low tide at that time, because some attraction is there. So the tides are coming up and down like that. So it is making the ocean more and more sweeter and more deeper. In the same way, sadhan bhakti, that bhavata vishay of sadhana bhakti, that for sadhana bhakti, in the context of sadhana bhakti, it is being told here that sadhan, in the context of sadhan bhakti, that bhavata of sadhan bhakti, that bhav of sadhan bhakti at the time of taking sadhana bhakti, that sthai bhav, it is called sthai bhav at that time. But vibhav, anubhav, that if it is not at all getting inside you, then ras cannot get manifested inside your heart. You understand the point? That in order to get the rasa, then only you can get prema bhakti. Before that you can't get. Different kind of contexts are there regarding this rasa. Bhav, anubhav, etc. These are all different. Then bhakti can't be done at all. That bhakti ras, prem bhakti ras, it is called bhakti ras. Shri Krishna's, that inside Vrindavan, whatever leela is there of Shri Krishna in Brajamandal, that with gopikas what Krishna is doing, that is called the actual definition of Ujjwal Unnata Rasa. That all these kind of rasas, that those who are having that in their luck, they can taste that all this rasa, that which is there in their luck, that those people or those jivas, definitely they are getting the anugatya of gopikas, and just with full crying mood all the day and night. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also writing, very nice kirtan it is of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There Bhaktivinoda Thakur indicating lot of beautiful kirtan is there. So you just need to do like this only. You just need to have that craving mood and cry day and night for that. All the time you just need to pray onto lotus feet of gopikas when Radharani. It means that you will get the Swarup Shakti Kripa at that point. Haladini Shakti, that ray of Haladini Shakti, that Haladini, that inside their heart it will get manifested, and that topmost rasa will just get inculcated inside their heart very easily. And there is no other pathway open, or there is no other pathway open. You cannot get this kind of rasa at all. There is no chance to obtain this at all. Whatever you can do, but there is no chance to attain it at all. Srila Prabhupada ji also speaking, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. Srila Prabhupada ji speaking that if any jivatma that is nitya and he is the actual, he wants to serve, that topmost Param Shrestha Madhubad becoming very saddened when you are actually going to serve that prapanchik world. If these 5 material elements, if you want to serve that if some Jeev Atma wants to serve that, and that the topmost transcendental, that topmost Madhuras he wants to, that if he is not at all getting taste into Madhuras and he is taking it opposite in a reverse manner about that Madhuras, then definitely be sure that he will just leave Bhagavad Seva maybe today or tomorrow, and definitely he will come into this destructible elemental 5 elemental seva of this material world. And what you are getting from Maya Devi, this Saturajatama Gun, he will definitely go for that, run for that, and he will just fall down also from that transcendental platform. Here of this there is no doubt about it at all. And if that aprakrita madhur bhav inside, if some jivatma, that topmost that he is actually getting that he is getting saddened, he is becoming very much sad in serving that topmost transcendental madhur bhav, then be sure about it that he will definitely go into that material elemental enjoyment of this material world very easily, and he will just fall down from the transcendental platform very easily. And in Madhurati, by not getting attracted towards Madhurati, the jivas, that what perverted reflection we can see of this material world, which is so much abominable, that very abominable male-female relationship. If we are getting attracted towards that, and we are not at all feeling attraction towards Madhurati, then the jivas, then definitely they are actually attracted towards the perverted reflection of the male-female relationship, and that is the topmost abominable relationship, and they will just fall down from their transcendental position. So in this way, Shri Krishna is the only and only topmost Purush and only support of all the jivas. That by not thinking of this, definitely your material sense organs will definitely catch you up and will destroy your transcendental position, definitely, and you will fall down from your position. Lot of vichar is there, that like this, the jivas, that they are becoming fall down from their main position. I'll give you one example so that you can get a very clear-cut clarity. How is it possible like that? Like I've spoken is like this because that transcendental rasa and material rasa. Why I'm speaking rasa? Because Prabhupada is speaking also a lot of time regarding this. That this material world, that is the material world, it's just a perverted reflection of that transcendental world. That if you are actually feeling attraction towards this perverted reflection, material world, then you will just fall down. Everything will get destroyed in your life. So those who are in this material world, that which is very, very abominable and very, very abominable to think, that male-female relationship, which is very, very bad. That you can see a lot of cases are there in this material world already. A lot of cases are going on. That from all the four directions you can see this. Why? Because every case is material in nature. That in this material world, which is very, very dirty, that in the transcendental world, that is the topmost respectable thing. Like a male-female relationship in this material world is very, very dirty. That a male-female relationship very, very dirty in this material world. Very, very dirty. That but in transcendental world, that male-female relationship, that in this material world, is very, very dirty. But in the transcendental world, that with Bhagwan Govinda, that Gopikas, what they are having that relationship, that is the topmost relationship. No relationship can be more topmost than that. That Bhagwan himself speaking this point, no? Lot of shlokas are there regarding this. Lot of Siddhant is being told. Bhagwan Swayam himself speaking lot of Siddhant in front of us. In this one vichar is coming, that is that in the material world, and that it is a perverted reflection of the transcendental world. So that's why what you can see, it is very dirty in this material world, that is topmost in the transcendental world. Why? Because in this material world, lot of things are there. Infinity things are there. In this material world are infinity hero and heroines are there in this material world. In this material world, infinity heroes and heroines are there. But in transcendental world, that only one hero is there. That is Bhagwan Govinda. That absolute enjoyer, absolute hero. And nobody has this kind of capacity. Nobody has this kind of capacity to speak. Only Bhagwan Shri Krishna is the enjoyer, and nobody else can be the enjoyer. In this material world, lot of hero and heroines are there, like that which is very dirty. They are going into court and they are just giving court cases, and CBI also is coming. Lot of cases I have already heard it. which is very dirty and abominable. But in the transcendental world, who will come, you tell me? In the transcendental world, who will come that someone is catching Bhagwan? That is his Paratpara Khileshwar, Parameshwar Bhagwan Swayam himself. So, and his own Swarup Shakti, he is actually doing Vilas. That with his own Swarup Shakti, he is actually doing Vilas. So, only difference is that Swarup Shakti is taking the form of Gopikas, and Srimati Radharani is in that form. Actually, they are coming, that Swarup Shakti, in front of Bhagwan. That is the actual case. There no difference is there at all. Bhagwan, that his own Swarup Shakti, with his own Swarup Shakti, Bhagwan is actually doing Leela. That in Bhagavaji Mahapuran also it is written. In Bhagavaji Mahapuran it is written, like his own reflection or shadow, Bhagwan himself, like with your own shadow and reflection, someone is actually playing in the mirror, no? That in the mirror, for example, in a mirror, that you are actually seeing your face, someone is seeing his face in the mirror, and how he has seen, how actually is seeing in the mirror, he is seeing that. How actually it is being shown, he is seeing that like that in the mirror. No difference will be there. So in the same way, it is written here, like that that so much kind of reflections are there, 100 of reflections are there, and some person is standing in front of that mirror, that Bhagwan is standing in front of his, Bhagwan is playing with his own reflection, that's it. It's like that only. So this example actually being told here, and apart from this you can definitely see that Bhagwan, that his own Swarup Shakti he is actually playing with. So like this Bhagwan, that in Brahma Samhita also it is written. Regarding this, in Brahma Samhita also it is written. That with Swarup Shakti Bhagwan is actually playing. But external people, Jivas, they can't understand this point at all. And they are thinking it oppositely. They are thinking oppositely about this, which by this they can get aparadh. So whatever be the case now, it is written here that in this material world, that rasa is very much dirty, but the transcendental world rasa is topmost. Etc. It is written in Brahma Samhita. And in this material world, that which is the topmost thing in this material world, that in the transcendental world there is no value in the transcendental world. No value is there in the transcendental world at all of that thing. So like this vichar actually being told here. Like, I'll give you one example, that in one pond of water, at one corner of that pond, there is one plum tree is there. Very large plum tree is there, and that plum tree, that reflection is getting in the water, and the water is actually shaking, and that is also shaking. reflection, but in actual that plum tree is not shaking. Just by the air, that water is getting either and either way. In that direction also you can see that reflection of the plum tree is also moving. So it is nothing at all. But if you can make this vichar, that the plum tree, that topmost portion of the plum tree, that if you can see it is up, but in the water you can see that it is at the bottom. The topmost head of the plum tree is at the bottom in the water. The topmost head portion of the plum tree in the water is at the bottom. Whether when you will see in actual above, that you can see that plum tree is at the top, his head is at the top. So in the same way, those that transcendental rasa, that in this material world which is so much down and abominable, that dirty, which is topmost in the transcendental world, and which is topmost in the transcendental world which is in the material world, it is the lowermost. Maybe that external jivas, they can't understand this. They can think oppositely. What you can do in that? That without any consideration they can speak anything, without making any calculation, and without hearing about the transcendental position they can speak anything. So that will inculcate aparadh into them. So like this, that pure jivas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, that in the corona period, at the time of corona period, that about that Jeev Tattva, about that lot of in-depth vichar I have already told, that just by understanding that you can understand what I want to speak. Already discussed in the corona period. So like actually it is written there like this, that slowly, steadily, when Swarup Shakti, you can get the grip of Swarup Shakti, then that actual bhakti ras can get manifested. And if we'll go on the opposite way, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking that everything will get destroyed. In the Bhajan Rasa also Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing very nicely there. He has Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written that in Vidhi Marg, it is actually good to stay in the starting. After that, when your position is getting up, and what procedure is being told under the Anugatya of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Guru Vaishnav Anugatya, slowly, steadily, when you will go up and up, then you can come into that Ragatmik Marg. But the actual rule and regulation of the Vidhi Marg, you just need to follow first. That Sahajya Padati is not at all that he will get night by night, overnight he will become Gopi. Like this Sahajya Padati, it is strictly prohibited to follow that Sahajya Padati. Srila Prabhupada is speaking that we are actually diseased persons. Everyone is getting one kind of disease. That in diseased condition, to eat very rich food full of nutrients and proteins, that whose digestive power is very high. But for a diseased person, if he will eat a very rich food, then definitely he will get that ring of death will definitely get struck up. For the bonded jivas, Prabhupada speaking that Vidhi Marg, that kind of pathway is very, very good for them in the starting, that with full rules and regulations and acharacharan, they just need to manifest them first. That is very, very good for them in the initial stage. That Prabhupada is speaking also that more than this, that topmost Mangalmay pathway is not at all there apart from this. This is the topmost Mangalmay pathway. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also speaking. Bhajan Rahasya. That apart from this, there is no other pathway topmost than that. Because first you just need to make yourself get into the rules and regulations of pure Guru Vaishnav, And after that, by slowly steadily following the rules and regulations and the Anugatya of Guru Vaishnav totally, then with full Sharanagati onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan, that topmost prema you will get when manifested automatically inside your heart. At that time, that you will get that independence, that transcendental independence you will get, and you will get the entry into the Rag Marg very easily. That our Guru Varga also by their will, they are actually getting themselves into the Vidhi Marg. That in Puri Purushottam Dham, that maybe 50 years back I am speaking, this is one point. That maybe 40-50 years back I want to speak one example. Srila Ban Goswami Maharaj, all our Guru Varga, they were actually present there at that time. And Gopanand Ban Maharaj, that he was also questioned something about and some devotee questioned to Gopanand Ban Maharaj, that to Ban Maharaj, some devotee questioned that our Guru Varg, that we have our Gaudiya Mat, that Gaudiya Bhajan, in that is a Rasa Bhajan. So our Guru Varga, that why they are following so much strict rules and regulations of Vidhi Marg. So all those devotees actually speaking, that Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, about them, actually they told that you see beta, that the actual point is that our Guru Varga, Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all our Guru Varga, they are all topmost Rasik Mahajans. They are actual Rasik Mahajans. But still, that for our Mangal, they are by their own will, that externally so much rules, regulations they are following. You have to go for 3:30 a.m, you have to take bath, you have to do anik, you have to go in the arti, you have to do Tulsi Kirtan, this, that, everything you need to. Why? Because all those bonded jivas, naturally they are actually crazy. That bonded jivas, that from infinity, that crazy bhav, crazy mein whatever they can wish they can do. They are not regulated at all. They are going by their own wish. That first, I have already told you that in the mutt and in the temple also I have told you that not to do this and like that. But they are not at all actually listening to me. They are actually speaking, why you are actually rules and regulations so much hard. That this is the first thing I told to them. If no discipline is there, then nothing can be done in your life at all. In this material world, if material discipline we can see in some institution or something, that our institution also, that discipline is not there, then how bhakti can come, you tell me. So discipline is the first step, that you just need to maintain that, and you have to maintain that discipline, that definitely you will get the topmost availability to go. And slowly steadily those who in the ashram, they will get habituated in that. And first thing is that they don't have this kind of condition to get very early in the morning. That is very, very difficult for them to get up early in the morning. Very, very difficult for them to get up early in the morning. And other problems are also there. Gurudev also speak that our Guru Varga, by their own wish, they are actually making themselves established in Vidhi Marg. That externally they are making this kind of vichar, but inside their heart, they are topmost Raganuga devotees. That what Mahaprabhu is speaking, no, to Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, that inside your heart, topmost nishtha, all the time, 24 hours, their nishtha is there. Of Prabhupada, his writings, that provochon, all HariKatha is going on inside the heart, all day and night. No rest is there. But we are, in order to protect us, these all Paramas Vaishnava making this vichar in front of us. That inside your heart, that nishtha should be there, and externally, that you just need to do the external behavior with they are all actually going into the temple, arti, this and that, everything they are doing. Why? So that if it is not at all done, then they also, bonded jivas won't be doing, and if they are not doing, then how we can do? So that's why our Guru Varga has done that. So this, slowly, steadily, that actual lessons of our bhajan, what we call bhajana kriya, that no sadhan, this is no sadhan bhakti, this is bhajan kriya. That slowly steadily by doing this bhajan kriya under the anugatya of Guru Varga, that Guru Vaishnav's anugatya under their guidance, that by doing bhajan kriya slowly steadily, when it is getting into natural habit, then everything will be done automatically. Now, any very topmost sadhu, if you are actually speaking, that you just need to get up to 7 o'clock, he won't be going. Definitely he need to get up. Definitely, if he won't get up, then his whole day will go bad. That is naturally there. It will just getting into the natural habit, no. So that's why he getting habituated to that. So like this, slowly, steadily, it is getting turned up into habit, and that practice what Bhagavan Shri Krishna speaking to Arjun now, that Arjun speaking that it's very difficult to get control over your mind and heart. It is impossible to get your mind get controlled, to get control over your mind. He's speaking to Krishna, Arjun. Arjun speaking that this mind, in order to control this, is just one kind like wind, that you just control this mind is next to impossible. You can't control him at all. Very, very difficult. Next to impossible it is. Like a wind, that it is impossible to control it. Definitely it will go. So like this it is. Bhagavan actually speaking in context to this, that what you are speaking, Arjun, definitely it is right. You are actually absolutely right. That what you want to speak, of this there is no doubt. That definitely it is right. Bhagavan speaking that, you see, just by practicing again and again, it will just you will get habituated to naturally, like from the infinity period, that with whom, that how we can just rectify our behavior, that natural behavior, how, just be careful on this point, that our natural behavior, how it can get converted, you tell me, how it will get changed, that when we are getting in contact with someone, when we are actually getting contact with someone, that kind of color of that particular association, we will get that. Very, very difficult what to do in this. When we are getting associated with someone, that bonded jiva getting with some kind of association to someone, he'll get the color of that association. So it's very difficult to get out of this. That sang association is the actual cause of your behavior. The Suryakant Mani, that with the association of Suryakant Mani, if you are actually there in contact with Suryakant Mani means that those who have that power to catch the rays of the sun, that Suryakant Mani, and Ravi means that sun god, who are always in contact with sun god and the rays coming from the sun god. Those who are all the time in contact with that, if some dry object is there down, some paper, dry paper, or some disposable waste, continuously, I have already seen in the summer that continuously I am putting one focusing that rays on the paper, automatically it is getting burned up. In the same way that by getting the association of a sadhu, that onto the lotus feet of Bhagwan, that Hari Bhakti is getting manifested automatically. Like this it is being done. That bonded jivas, when they are actually associated with someone, that according to his association he is getting the color and characteristic of his association automatically. Devahuti mother also speaking the same thing. Devahuti mother is actually asking one question, and Kapilji Maharaj is speaking the same point. He is giving the same answer to him. That when you will go into that Nirgun platform, how you will go in that, you tell me. The actual answer of this is that slowly, steadily, by doing sadhu association, you can get that. That which association of this material world, that association of this material world, by this doing the association, what will happen? That they are also bonded jivas and you are also bonded jiva. I am also bonded jiva, like this. That in this material association, by doing, the actual color of this material world will just go onto us automatically. If one good person with some good person, if he is getting associated with the one person who is doing gambling, then automatically his all good qualities and characteristics will get spoiled and destroyed. I have already seen it. So much money he has taken in his life, but all he has spoiled. So much nice salesman is there, that if he is speaking with someone, that no person can go from him. Just slowly, steadily, by giving in gambling, all the money is getting destroyed. And the same shop what he has bought, he is there as a salesman, he is doing the work again. So like the association, what you will do, the same color it will come. If you are doing the association, Bali Maharaj has done the association of Prahlad Maharaj, so that's why he is not listening to anyone. Association means Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving this. What do you mean by association? Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually making a very nice meaning here. Association means that Priti Vinimay, means that those who are doing the actual exchange of their bhava, that is actually called association. If some person actually is making one report in the mutt and is speaking this all kind of vichar, you are already speaking in Upadeshamrit, and now we are actually just in going for distribution of prasadam, we will just get trapped in that. No, it's not like that. That external people, if they are actually there to take external prasadam from some brahmachari, they are actually distributing. In that Priti Vinimay, it is not at all possible that it will be done. Priti Vinimay is done when you are actually exchanging your bhav and you are making some kind of link with him. Param Pujyapan Madhav Goswami Maharaj, when he used to do a lot of big bhandara, he himself used to come outside and need to speak with all the devotees and used to distribute prasadam. So you understand the point. Like I'll give you one example. That Sriman Mahaprabhu, that Haridas Thakur, that on the Nirjan Tithi, that before some time before I have already told by the kripa of Bhagwan, that Haridas Thakur, on the Nirjan Tithi of Haridas Thakur, that Mahaprabhu himself distributing prasadam and standing and distributing prasadam to all. What does it mean? That give him lafada, or give some malpua to him. This is Priti Vinimay. Mahaprabhu with all the devotees actually is just exchanging his Priti Vinimay. In the same way, Param Pujyapan Madhav Goswami used to do. You give him Paramanu more and you give him this. Why? Because this is a very topmost sadhu, he is a topmost Vaishnava, Paramans Vaishnava. He has just come from Golok Vrindavan. And if he is actually doing some Priti Vinimay with someone, then in order to fall down, very far distant thing, that he will just take that person and that person will get delivered. I myself has just heard this. How? Just by doing Priti Vinimay with someone. I have already myself has heard just by doing Priti Vinimay with someone, that in playing, Srila Madhav Goswami Maharaj used to protect the other bonded jiva. I'll give you one example so that you can understand it more fine form. In Mayapur, in Shri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, there is not of days, not one sevak is there, not of very less sevak are there. And in Math Mandir, the other portion of Math Mandir, it is being done afterwards. So we seen like 2 to 4 young boys, young brahmacharis, maybe of 20-22 years they are. They have just came in the temple for the darshan, and in front of that Madhav Goswami Maharaj is there. They have done, and Madhav Goswami Maharaj asking them question that from where you have come. Murshidabad we have come. Why? What purpose you have come? Actually for Mayapur darshan we have come. Vigrah darshan we have come. Okay. So you have got darshan. They haven't understood that you have got darshan. It is not, darshan is not like that. Maharaji is just explaining them how you can get darshan. And after that they are speaking that Maharaj in Math, whether we can get some, you will get some prasadam here. Now that in the temple, today you will get some Mahaprasadam in the temple, that you will just take prasadam and then go. Maharaji, actually we don't have money actually this much. No problem. Who actually is speaking about money? From money where it is coming? You take Mahaprasadam, I am talking. From where this money is coming? So you take some prasadam and then after that you go. So like this, no worries, you take prasadam. That with money there is no connection with Mahaprasadam. And he is speaking to the Bandari that you give them some brinjal, that brinjal fry you give them. And to 2 to 3, 4 boys are there, that you just give them to Bhagwan and then give it to them. So this Priti Vinimay, by that, out of that, 2 to 3 become devotees. 2 to 3 become devotees, big devotees. So Priti Vinimay is this, like this. Like in this one, at the time of distributing prasadam in the Bandara, the Priti Vinimay is not at all done like that. This is not like that. This is one kind of order. They have just distributed prasadam, that's it. So like this, with the Ghoshas also, you are doing Priti Vinimay with them also. With one sevak, one Ghosh used to come and, you give some parmana. No, I will not give. You already taken it. Then immediately Madhav Goswami Maharaj coming in front. What happened? Maharaji actually is asking Guruji again, he is asking parmana. So you have taken prasadam. You got prasadam. He is asking to Brahmachari, yes. You take more? No, I have already taken more. So he is actually asking, maybe he will take for the home also. So much big heart is of Madhav Goswami Maharaj. So much big heart is there of Madhav Goswami Maharaj, that even the whole world, he can just hug the whole world. You will take that? You will take prasadam? No, already taken. Then if he is asking more parmana, then you should give it to him. He is just taking into the Mahaprasadam. He will give it to Mahaprasadam to his mother, wives and children. Then they will also get to Mangal now. So it is Mahaprasadam now, so give them. So much topmost Paramhans Vaishnav, just by saying that how we can become a cheater. So big topmost Guru Vaishnav, Paramhans Vaishnav, how we can become, knowingly and unknowingly we can become a cheater and we can become topmost fraudster. How it is possible? So like this, whatever kind of association will do, Kapilji Maharaj actually speaking, by that association only, that you will get your own sansar. But in the actual swarup of the jivas, there is no word called sansar, but this sansar is actually coming. Why? Because we have come into this material world. Tomorrow we will discuss this point definitely. How the person is coming into this material world and getting trapped into this maya of material world. And all these kind of material things he is getting occupied in that, and at last, at the time of death, and he is just getting away by leaving his material body. So like this, to get satsang is very, very difficult to get. that to get satsang is very, very difficult, next to impossible. In Bhagavad Mahapurana it is written that to get satsang is next to impossible to get. Big lot of from previous accumulated sukriti, if it is there of the previous birth, then that it is already written about this as well. Lot of sukriti are there, different types of sukritis are there. And after that, the Guru Krishna Prasad, that by the getting the association of Guru Vaishnava, when we are not at all getting, up till that there is no pathway open for us apart from that. Nothing will happen at all. Nothing will happen at all. Nothing will happen. And in the Narad Bhakti Sutra also it is written what actually written here? What does it mean? What does it mean? That we already told it now. That in the definition of bhakti, what I have told you, in the definition of bhakti that I have already told you. Sudurlabha it is been told here. It is very rare to get. Why? Because the devotees, in the association of devotees, that bhakti can come. Only in the association of devotees, bhakti we can get. Apart from that, in the market, we will get bhakti by purchasing. It's not at all possible. That actual sadhu sangha, that not like normal sadhu sangha, anything can be done. You can go in the market. So-called sadhu sangha you can get here and there very easily, that you will get the opposite result in that. And the actual sadhu sangha, by that, which is very rare, very rare to get. It means that actual sadhu sangha is very rare. Why? Because sadhu, in order to understand, is very difficult. That by your own thermometer, that your own measuring thermometer or measuring scale, by that you cannot measure the sadhu at all. That sadhu is self-effulgent, that is self-manifested object. That once you are actually measuring sadhu, then you cannot. When you will get the power from the sadhu and kripa from sadhu, then only you can get the actual measurement of a sadhu, who actual sadhu is. Apart from that, you understand, you can't. In order to very difficult to understand sadhu, who is actually sadhu. That's why Gurudev always used to speak. That Jagadanand Pandit ji also writing the same point. That very difficult to get sadhu, very difficult. It's very rare to get sadhu in this Kali Yuga. That all they are actually making one kind of story. That's why Gurudev also used to speak again and again. That from Prem Vivarth he is actually used to speak. You understand the point? So that it is becoming durlabh, very rare. Why it's becoming rare? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking this point, that in this material world definitely sadhu is available. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing that lot of time I have already just manifested in the form of banners as well on internet. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing that in this material world in this material world, sadhu definitely is there. That Jagannath is not at all that weak, that only one sadhu won't be there in this material world. But our luck is very bad, very, very bad. That's why we can't recognize that we are actually going from close to the sadhu, but we cannot recognize that he is sadhu. That in order to recognize sadhu is very, very difficult. That's why it is. That's why we are thinking that is the sadhu is very, very rare. But sadhu sang, that association of sadhu is infallible. Means amog means that like Indra Vajra is there, no? Indra's that Vajra is there. You cannot see that. Infallible, you cannot see. It's very, very rare. In the same way, that sadhu sang, if we are getting association of a sadhu, that actual sadhu sang, if we can get, and we can get an actual sadhu sangha, then definitely you will get the result of that. Definitely. Of this, there is no doubt. Why? Because all the Shastrakaras, they are actually giving this proof. The actual Shastrakaras, they are giving this conclusion that if some person that unknowingly he is actually taking poison, like I've already told you this point a lot of time before, that one child that unknowingly that his grandfather, he is taking one kind of omelette cutlet he has taken, and with that some medicine of that mouse eating, that he's taking one with the cutlet, he's bringing one medicine of mouse to kill mouse with the same cutlet, and unknowingly that child don't know that with the cutlet that same mouse medicine is also there, rat killer. And after eating that rat killer, the boy got killed immediately. And unknowingly in that cutlet, that some very normal, very, very nice child, if he is actually putting his hand in the fire, then definitely a hand will get burned up. Knowingly and unknowingly, if you are taking poison, that definitely you will die. That unknowingly, if you are doing some sadhu sangha, then definitely you will get the result of that. If some priti vinimaya is done, then he will just get delivered 100%. Definitely he will get the result. Tomorrow we will discuss that our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Vichara Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when up till we cannot understand the actual realization of our Chinmaya Atma, that we are not this body, we are not this material mind and heart, we are different from this. When we cannot realize this, up till that point, it is very impossible to understand Bhagavad Tattva. To understand and to go entry into the transcendental, very, very next to impossible. Tomorrow we will discuss that about this, how Bhagwan in sadhan bhakti, that he is we get transformed into bhav bhakti, and bhav bhakti by bhav anubhav, it is getting converted into rasa, and how we can get to understand Rupanuga bhajan and Shri Gandharva bhajan, how we can do, means that all kind of vichar, we will just discuss it tomorrow. Just forgive me today. Up till now, today I'll be discuss the shlok which I have started with today. That is very, very important to speak again. Prahlad Maharaj speaking. But Bhagwan, one after the other, that kind of material association, that this to all the bonded jivas, that all those who are full of agyan, that just by taking the shelter of that agyan, that it's just like one kind of poisonous snake, full of poisonous snake, that well is there, he is actually getting dipped into that it is the actual kripa of Bhagwan, that by the kripa of Naraji I have got that, so that I am not at all feeling the poison of those snakes. So that's why I am getting feeling so much transcendental Anand inside my heart, and I am feeling very, very blessed by this. So my topmost responsibility is that to get rid of all this, and I have to serve my Gurudev, and this is my topmost seva. What actually being spoken here? Bahi matlab snake.
Evam janam nipatitam prabhabahi kupe kama vikamam anu yah prapatano prasanyat kritvatma shat surasina bhagavan grihitaha so aham katamanu visrijya tava vitva sevam vanchakalpatarusya ke pasinda bhavicha patitanam pavanebhyo krishnabhyo namo.